I call upon the College Chaplain, Father Michael Wall, to read the conferring blessing.
Slach das litter nef pól cig na hefísig. Sinnéan fó a dhémar mo glúna, I bhíne se nahar ó nan mítar gach clown nab agus talamh. Go dtugas sé díomh as olbhachas a glóra, go bhaig sibh neart agus cumas in bhánach trín an spirid. Go gnóid Christ a bhua grí trí credibh. Go méid sibh préomhathe agus bunathe sa grá, slí go bhaig sibh féin agus an néamh go léir, ad agus lehead, agus airde agus dainas a hiiscint. Go ceirigh sibh ólas ar grá Christ atá is chun tuiscine, agus go líon fear sibh the líonmhreacht umláin dé. Glór don té úd a féidir dó I bhd níos mó dhéanamh, ná mar dírsfirpasne ná smíine féin tríd an cócht atá ag obair oning. Glór go raibh aige san aglis agus I Grist Isa, ó glún go brach na brethe. Amen.
I am pleased to call on the President of the University of Limerick, Dr. Des Fitzgerald, to formally convene a meeting of the University for the purpose of conferring academic awards.
Chancellor, Bishop Leahy, members of the University of Limerick Governing Authority, members of the Mary Immaculate College Governing Authority, members of the academic councils, faculty members, distinguished guests, parents, friends, and graduates of the class of 2017, a meeting of the university is hereby convened for the purpose of conferring academic awards. Exercising the power granted to the University of Limerick by Oireachtas Éireann, I hereby confer awards of the university on the graduates of the Faculty of Education. Students not present are hereby conferred in absentia.
I am pleased to call on the Chairperson of the Governing Authority of Mary Immaculate College, Bishop Brendan Leahy, to make an address of welcome.
Chancellor of the University of Limerick, Justice Murray, President of the University of Limerick, Professor Des Fitzgerald, Professor Eugene Wall, Acting Professor of Mary Immaculate College, fellow trustees of the college and members of An Tuaidh Rialaithe, members of the governing body of the University of Limerick, academic staff, other college staff members, invited guests, family, and most especially, of course, the graduates of the class of 2017. It is my very great honour as chairman of An Tuaidh Rialaithe to welcome you for this graduation ceremony to Mary Immaculate College, the oldest third-level college in Limerick and the largest Catholic third-level institution in the state. To welcome you and to welcome, of course, all those, maybe perhaps friends of yours, those who linked with you, who are joining us through the live streaming this morning. In particular, I'm delighted that we have with us both the Chancellor of the University and the new President of the University of Limerick. It really is an honour for us that both of you are here, and we really want to warmly welcome you both among us this morning. I'm delighted in particular, as we say, that Professor Des Fitzgerald is with us. I was present at his inaugural address a few weeks ago, and I'm grateful to him for his warm outreach and encouraging words already many times in relation to this college. And I want to take this occasion, on my own behalf, on behalf of the trustees and the Údarás and the college in general, especially for yourselves, to wish him well in his role as President of the University of Limerick. So, Céad Míle Fáilte and Ganairi Lá. Tá anáthas ó chrí orm Céad Míle Fáilte a chuir rómh ile go dtí an chláiste inniuh. Ó buníoch an chláiste tá himantas maidir le sármhathas acadúil agus le smaointóireacht criticúil, cuimsiúid a chasúil agus nuálaíocht a chothú léirthe ag an chláiste. Is speisialta an ócádaí seo mar sin go háirithe dó siúd go léir atá ag buint gradam inniuh. Dinmar cógádas líomh go léir, agus dinmar cógádas chomá le bhór dismóirí. I congratulate you because you have really engaged in these years of studies that have brought you to this day. And I know you come here with a sense of gratitude in your heart, gratitude that you've reached this day, gratitude for many, many people who've accompanied you in this day. So we congratulate you on achieving this moment. And in doing so, we want to congratulate your lecturers and staff here at this wonderful college. They too have done much along the journey. And we can be rightly proud of the academic and administrative, professional and pastoral profile of Mary Immaculate College. So many benefit from what goes on here. You have benefited, many generations have benefited, but also I'd like to say many beyond the walls of the college here, both nationally and internationally, and especially of course here in Limerick, benefit from what goes on at Mary Immaculate College. I would like to add a particular word of gratitude to Professor Eugene Wall, Acting President of Mary Immaculate College, and the senior management team, of course all the staff, who have worked so tirelessly and effectively in these past months of transition. I cannot but, of course, recall on this occasion the man who was president of the college for most of your time, the late Professor Michael Hayes, who died some months ago. He made a remarkable contribution to the college, and I recall today just how much he always enjoyed greeting each student on graduation day. To be over there and he graduate one by one with great pride, and I'm sure from God's heaven he is proud of each of you today. Professor Hayes often spoke of how studies at a Catholic college such as ours should contribute to you becoming a person of hope and of vision, a person who sees meaning in this life and promise beyond, that true sense of education, of drawing us out and upwards and beyond ourselves. He quoted Seamus Heaney, "History says, don't hope on this side of the grave. But then, once in a lifetime, the longed-for tidal wave of justice can rise up and hope and history rhyme. Believe that a further shore is reachable from here." Graduates of 2017, you will leave looking to the future from today, and that is wonderful. As you set out, may you be blessed in every way, especially with the hope that your life can make a unique difference in our world. That you will make hope and history rhyme as you write with your life the history lessons of the future. And you are well equipped to leave a mark on history, as Pope Francis often says in speaking with young people. A mark on history by sharing the fruits of your studies. It's only when we give away that we receive, that we have. So thanks for the unique contribution you have made to this college, and I want to say that in welcoming you here for graduation day. Thanks to your family members who accompanied you. Next year in Dublin, we'll be celebrating the World Meeting of Families, and it'll be an occasion to recognize and celebrate the wonderful contribution that families make to us. We should never take a family for granted. And I know you're grateful to them. Thanks also for giving us here today, all of us, the joy of celebrating graduation day. May you always remember today as one of the finest and proudest moments of your life. Berbua is benacht. Gramagov.
I am pleased to call on the Chancellor of the University of Limerick, Mr. Justice John Murray, to make an address.
There are those whom we remember with respect, and there are those whom we remember with affection. So, Most Reverend Dr. Leahy, President, Acting President of Mary Immaculate, members of the respective governing authorities, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to be and privileged to be a participant of this series of conferrings that are the first series taking place after the death and premature and lamented death of Father Michael Hayes, the president of Mary Immaculate, because he indeed is a man who is remembered with both of those sentiments that I refer to, with great respect and with affection. Great respect for the intellectual, professional, academic, as an academic and educator. An excellent career, a native of Limerick, a tremendous career as a pastoral philosopher and educator in the United Kingdom before returning here to his native Limerick. And also for affection, the humanity, and anybody who found themselves in his company cannot have been infected by his sense of good humor and sense of goodwill. And in the statement of mission of the university, which I'm sure he had a part in drafting, he referred to the Catholic College of Education as being one also of the liberal arts that seeks to foster the intellectual, spiritual, personal and professional development of students, to foster students a sense of justice and compassion and service to others, together with an openness to the religious tradition and values of each individual. In other words, he genuinely had a vision of not educating you here today to simply be technically qualified educators, but to educate and assist you in developing yourselves as persons, intellectually and spiritually. He was one person whom could identify and articulate in a very clear and demonstrative and cogent way the values that can be found in Christian teaching and the Catholic tradition, and how it provides and can provide an essential, often referred to, moral compass, which at least gives us guidance, even if we head off in the wrong direction sometimes. Hopefully it can help us to find our way back. But from whatever perspective you look at it, we all need that to guide us in our professional lives. And Michael Hayes had that vision of conveying that, not imposing it, but reminding people that there is that spiritual dimension. But in making this, contributing to this, to being a college of excellence, particularly in the field, in relation to the field of primary education, from which my mother graduated in the 1930s, it may seem to sound a cliche, but it's the truth that it is the foundation and cornerstone of Irish education. It's what gives you now, in achieving what you have achieved today, put yourself in a position to make a difference, not only to yourselves and to those around you, but to those who are in your charge, who will be prepared. And a successful primary education in our system has been the key to the capacity of children having the intellectual adaptation and understanding to learn at every successful level, to increase their skills, increase their knowledge. And if that is not foundation to achieve that, imbued in children at primary level, then we are lost. So you are the key to the future generations of this country. It's a hugely vocational calling, and one can only be grateful for you for undertaking that. I have to say that this is not a new thought. Lots of people have this thought, but it's not even new to me. I remember one day walking down the corridors in the forecourts and talking to my then colleague on the Supreme Court, Judge Fennelly. I'm not sure how it came about, but I said to him, this won't happen, by the way, but unfortunately, I said, if I was king for a day, I would double the salaries of primary teachers. And he said, so would I. So, but I'm afraid it won't happen. But it was two guys reflecting on something very important in our society. And don't let anyone take that away from you. You have a noble calling. I wish you well and every success in the future of that calling. Thank you.
The Dean of the Faculty of Education, Acting, Dr. Angela Canny, will present the candidates for the conferring of undergraduate and taught postgraduate awards in education.
President, the Academic Council of the University has been satisfied that the following candidates are worthy to be conferred with undergraduate and taught postgraduate awards. Therefore, I present the candidates and request you to confer the awards on them.
Bachelor san Idachas, Bachelor of Education. Shona Ahern. Sarah Allen. Niamh Badger. Bridget Barlow. Jennifer Barrett. Jill Barry. Elaine Beechenor. Katie Burney. Ronan Bennett. Fiona Vernock. Ciara Burke. Rachel Burke. Sarah Boylan. Cara Clodagh Boyle. Quillan Brannock. Aoife Breen. Erin Broderick. Sarah Louise Brown. Kenneth Brown. Megan Bryan. Orla Calnan. Kieran Cleary. Annie Kate Collins. Claire Eileen Collins. Dennis Collins. Maria Collins. Orna Mary Collins. Aisling Cullum. Rory Comer. Sally Ann Concannon. Patricia Mary Condon. Morgan Conneely. Aoife Connolly. Caroline Nora Connolly. Sarah Conroy. Liam Dennis Corridon. Shane Costello. Amy Coughlin. Amy Ann Coughlin. Anne-Marie Coughlin. Emer Coughlin. Muireann Coughlin. Kevin Cremin. Colette Cronin. Elaine Cronin. Tara Cronin. Andrea Crow. Elaine Crowley. Samantha Crowley. Frances Cunningham. Louise Curtin. Tony Cusack. Kate Daffy. Ellen Joanna Daly. Bethan Davis. Padraig de Rosta. Anna Dignan. Amy Dennehy. Donald Dennehy. Shannon Cornelia DeCousen. Emer Dively. Catherine Sheila Doheny. Sinead Moira Dolan. Magella Agnes Dooney. Ella Dowling. Rachel Mary Downs. Quiva Doyle. Cleana Doyle. Quiva Driscoll. Rachel Duan. Lisa Delay. Richard English. Sarah Catherine English. Kevin Farrell. Orna Feehan. Michael Fell. Brian Finn. Rory Finnegan. Emer Finnerty. Aisling Fitzgerald. Emma Fitzgerald. Katie Fitzgerald. Kelly Fitzgerald. Lisa Fitzgerald. Anya Fitzpatrick. James Coleman Fitzpatrick. Kaylee Fitzpatrick O'Brien. Jane Ann Flanagan. Ciara Flannery. Brian Flynn. Naomi Margaret Flynn. Catherine Folan. Julie Foley. Adam Ford. George Ford. Seamus Foodie. Fiona Joanne Geary. Leah Gahagan. Emer Glavin. Paul Mihal Gleeson. Melissa Glynn. Ciara Golden. Rosemary Glennon. Stephen Griffey. Josephine Griffin. Louise Hallahan. Rebecca Hannevig. Orla Hanrick. Shanna Harney. Aoife Harrington. Kathy Harrington. Katie Harold. Ciara Hayes. Aisling Healy. Emer Marie Healy. William James Hedigan. Stephen Heenahan. Tara Hinkenborg. Elaine Hennessy. Joseph Hennessy. Patrick Hurley. Aideen Hickey. Katie Hickey. Saoirse Cowat Hickey. Elise Hogan. Aoife Hogan. Sinead Moira Hogan. Colm Michael Houlihan. Leah Hyland. Kate Irish. Aaron Sean Jones. Claire Jordan. Adam Kavanagh. Michelle Keeley. Elaine Breed Keane. Maura Keane. Niamh Marie Keating. Sophie Kelleher. Kieran Kelleher. Liam Kelly. Matt Kelly. Niamh Kelly. Sarah Kelly. Lauren Kennefick. Una Kennefick. Quiva Kennedy. Dara Kennedy. Patrick Kennedy. Sarah Jane Kennedy. Ciara Kenny. Clodagh Kenny. Ashlyn Kyo. Emmett Keown. Rebecca Kiley. Sean Kilduff. Emma Louise Lavers. Maeve Leonard. Cathal Lenihan. Sean Lenan. Shauna Maher. Brian Dennis McCarthy. Jarlath Moran. Oisin Morgan. Sive Miles. Ali Murphy. Elaine Murphy. Roisin Ní Choníla. Máire Ruth Ní Gavaráin. Ciara Ní Varachú. Mike O'Conneilla. Dara O'Connor. Maria O'Dwyer. Jennifer Olden. Ciara O'Malley. Lauren O'Neill. Michelle O'Neill. Robert O'Neill. Roisin Moira O'Neill. Anne-Marie O'Riordan. Charlotte Ormsby. Brian O'Rourke. Laura O'Shea. Aoife Marie O'Sullivan. Conor O'Sullivan. Dennis Daniel O'Sullivan. Shannon O'Sullivan Glynn. Chloe Danielle Padden. Gemma Amy Poland. Antonia Jean Power. Helena Rose Power. Aoife Purcell. Alison Diane Rush. And John Toohey. Máistear gar miúil san idachas bon bhún tóracht. Professional Master of Education, Primary Teaching. Lucy Bradfield. Kim Burke. Rachel Calvi. Katie Campbell. Rebecca Carroll. Erin Call. Finola Cotter. Cronin, Lorna Deely, Karen Dingovan, Paula Donnelly, Kate Doody, Donna Dowling, Ellen Downs, Grace Fennelly, April Ferns, Jamie Flannery, Tom Goggin, Sinead Gormley, Ricard Hayden, Ciara Hennessy, Elaine Joyce, Aoife Carney, Orla Kelly, Paul Kelly, Hazel Lawless, Lorcan Lynch, Alan McGillaville, Tara Maguire, Amy Mann, Jenny McCarthy, Kathy McCarthy, Becky McCloskey, Marion McDonough, Renoch McDonough, Anya McNamara, Louise Meehan, Brian Minogue, Katie Moore, Elizabeth Morgan, Katie Neville, Fiona Nichonnell, Clíona Nichuirín, Helen Niconal, Aisling Ní Neachtain, Taig Ó Thualachain, Conor O'Callaghan, Sinead O'Connor, Claire O'Malley, Caoimhe O'Neill, Michael O'Neill, Amina Uzbara, Sarah Quaid, Emer Shaughnessy, Tara Sheehan, Sarah Tehan, Roisin Tobin, Cormac Wafer, Aideen Walsh, Faye Walsh, and Leah Walsh. Diploma i'r chéime son Idachas Specialta, Graduate Diploma in Special Education. Tony Breen. Lisa Bresnan. Margaret Buckley. Josephine Byrne. Marcella Carolan. There's one for everyone in the audience. Sarah Casey. Claire Coleman. Caroline Considine Murphy. Catherine Cunningham. Elizabeth Daly. Lucy Downs. Niamh Duggan. Marie Flanagan. Anne-Marie Green. Bridget Hayes. Roseanne Healy. Mary Jones. Sharon Keane. Fiona Kenny. Sean Kyo. John Lonergan. Aideen Martin. Yvonne Mead. Louise Maloney. Thomas Maloney. Elaine Nihey. Niamh O'Connell. Mary O'Connor. Mairead O'Donoghue. Mary O'Donoghue. Christina O'Keefe. Sive O'Neill. Olivia O'Shea. Niamh O'Sullivan. Cray Phillips. Gillian Ryan. Judith Shorthall. And Olive Walsh. Máiste san Idachas Speisialta, Master of Education in Special Education, Mary Cody. Grace Dunn. Anne-Marie Garvey. Niamh Hayes. Anya Malone. And Nicola Mannion. Chastis i'r chéime I stadeir uthachas, Graduate Certification in Autism Studies. Sylvia Fitzgerald. Barbara Garredo Lagares. Bridget Gillespie. Mary Harvey. Paula Kelly. Lorna Mahan. Anne-Marie McCaffrey. Quiva McCann. Marietta Nolan. Christine Reid. Paula Warnock. Máister Snadána in Idachas agus I Bhaláine an Duine Bhraicéasta. Master of Arts in Education and Wellbeing of the Older Person. Aoife Keogh. Dennis Murphy. Mary Neville. And Roisin Quinn. Our next award is a particularly significant one for the college. It's our Certificate in General Learning and Personal Development. This is the second cohort of graduating students from the Certificate in General Learning and Personal Development, and these graduates have successfully completed a suite of modules over the course of 2 academic years, which have been designed to enhance their social, personal and academic development and prepare them for further education and for the workplace. Some of our graduates have achieved Level 4 Major Award certification by successfully completing a total of 9 component certificates, including mathematics. This programme of inclusive education has been built in collaboration with a number of partners, including Enable Ireland and the Brothers of Charity, and more recently the Limerick and Clare Education and Training Board, with whom we are now working to offer an accredited Level 4 QQI programme. We're most grateful to our partners for their continuing support and guidance, and we're especially honoured to have Mr. George O'Callaghan, CEO of the LCETB, in attendance today, and he will present the awards to the learners of this programme. We would now like to invite our graduates to come forward. So, Chastis I Bhaulam Generalta agus I Borbert Farsanta, Certificate in General Learning and Personal Development. Ciarán Boyle. Eleanor Hayes. Martin Murphy. Aisling Nolan. Brian O'Doherty. I now have great pleasure in introducing the special awards, College Gold Medals. The Bachelor of Education programme will be presented by the President Acting MIC. It's presented to the graduate who is awarded first place in the Bachelor of Education programme, and this year that was Louise Curtin. The next award is in Professional Master of Education Primary Teaching, again presented by our President. It's presented to the graduate who was awarded first place in the Professional Master of Education programme Primary Teaching, and the winner this year is Evan Cronin. Our next award is the Certificate in Religious Education, and this is presented by Bishop Brendan Leahy. Gold medals are presented to the graduates of our 3 initial teacher education programmes who were awarded first place in the Certificate in Religious Education in their respective programmes. And in Professional Master of Education Primary Teaching, that award goes to Faye Walsh. The next award is the Peadar Cremen Fellowship, which will be presented by Mrs. Anya Cremen. It's presented to the graduate who achieved first place in educational research and dissertation on the Bachelor of Education programme. The fellowship is awarded by the college in memory of the late Professor Peadar Cremen, President of Mary Immaculate College from 1999 to 2011, and the winner is Louise Curtin. I now call upon the President of Limerick, Dr. Des Fitzgerald, to make his address.
Chancellor, members of the Governing Authority of the University of Limerick, Chairperson and members of An Tuaidh Rieta, President of Mary Immaculate College, distinguished guests, parents, friends, members of the graduating class of 2017. It is my pleasure and privilege to address you at this conferring of degrees and academic awards here today at Mary Immaculate College. It is my first time having this role, and I must say it's a great honour and a privilege for me to be here today. I just wanted to start on a personal note. I had the privilege of coming to know the late Professor Michael Hayes for a brief period before his untimely passing during the past year. And I know that he is a great loss. He's a great loss to this institution. He's a great loss to the Irish education system. But his legacy will live on. He has had a remarkable effect and impact on our institutions here in Limerick. Before I forget, I just want to say a special thanks to Eugene Wall, Angela Canny, and Eugene O'Brien for all the work that they have done in putting together this program today. It's obviously the culmination of a huge amount of work on behalf of the college, and I want to congratulate you on such a successful day. This is an important day. It's particularly important for our students. We celebrate today the success of our students who have worked so hard over their time here in Mary Immaculate College. I often ponder on the importance of academic degrees, and I often say it is individuals who honour the degree, not the degree that honours the individuals. And that is certainly the case here today. You have put so much work into being here today that we are very proud and honoured that you're graduates of this college and of the University of Limerick. I know it was the combination of a lot of work by you, work by your families as well, and I know that there are many supporters, families, brothers, sisters, friends, spouses, children that are here today, and I know that they put a huge effort in making sure that you graduated from Mary Immaculate College on this day. But the day is yours, and you should be justifiably proud of what you've managed to achieve, and recognise that in the future you will always be graduates of this college and of the University of Limerick, and I hope that you will look upon that with pride. These two institutions, University of Limerick and Mary Immaculate College, have a long association. I didn't actually know about the history of Mary Immaculate in any detail until the last couple of days. And I think you have age on your side, but we have youth on our side. We're a young university, we're very ambitious, but I think we're going to be better institutions by working more closely together. And that was very evident this year with the joint BA degree, which was just such a success. Everybody was very nervous here and in the University of Limerick that we might run into difficulties. We didn't, and we're delighted to know that students from Mary Immaculate come over to University of Limerick for part of the degree, and our students come over here, and I know that they value their experience here in Mary Immaculate College. We will continue to do things together. We've formed the Shannon Consortium between ourselves, Mary Immaculate College and Limerick Institute of Technology. And we have some interesting and exciting programs for the future, particularly in education, but also in areas like access, because we all three recognize the role that we play in ensuring that students in Limerick and in the Midwest have the opportunity to go to university. I want to congratulate also what we sometimes call, euphemistically called, the non-traditional students. That includes the mature students, and it includes the second-time learners, who I know there are many here today. That's a particularly difficult thing to do, is being out of college for quite some time and come back in to start studying for a degree once again. So I want to congratulate you. That's a very important thing for us and for you as teachers in the future, that you don't simply think of this as the end point of your academic career, but that you would come back to us, hopefully pay some fees, come back to us and for further training, and we would be delighted to have the students that are here today come back to us in the future. I think it's worth reflecting on where you are now in your careers. I know the value of a university degree. I should say that when I left school, I had no intention of going to university. Nobody had ever talked to me about it. Nobody in my family had ever been to university. And then one day I got a letter in the mail that said that the county council would pay my fees for any course I wanted to do in university. And I chose medicine. And I have to be honest about this, it's because it was the longest course. And I figured if someone's going to pay me for going to university, I was going to make the most of it. And when I graduated, I graduated as a doctor, of course, very different from yourselves. And I went and worked at the hardest jobs I've ever done in my life. Went straight from university into work, as you will do. And through a whole series of different paths and different positions over the years in a variety of different universities and hospitals, I became the president of a university. So having started out never intending to go to university, I keep wondering how I ended up here being the president of a university. But it does show you that a university degree is incredibly important, and you should make the most of it. And it is important that you recognize that this is a really great starting point in your life, and to write your own plan. Don't let anybody else tell you what to do. That's a bit of advice. That's free advice. And you know what they say about free advice? It's not worth the money. But I think it's true that you should really think about what you want to do. You have a great opportunity now, having graduated from Mary Immaculate College. The only other thing I wanted to say was to think about the responsibility that you have for your community. We have a great voluntary ethos in our two colleges, and I want to encourage you to continue to do that. You will have a huge impact on your students. You know yourselves how you will remember the teachers that you've had in the past, but you also have an important role in leading society. As Barack Obama said, the graduates of universities are the units of democracy. What you know, what you understand, your ability for critical thinking is really important in being able to not just guide your own life, but to guide the lives of others. So I'll finish with, again, congratulating all of you, particularly just to say that those receiving the QQI Level 4 certificates that were presented here this morning, congratulations to you also. remind you that you are alumni. We need your support. Alumni play a critical role in the future of Mary Immaculate College and the University of Limerick. We need your support. We want you to be proud of this institution. We want you to come back and celebrate with us in the future. Thank you very much.
I am now pleased to call upon Professor Eugene Wall, the President Acting of Mary Immaculate College, to make his conferring address. Professor Eugene Wall.
Chancellor of the University, Justice Murray, Chair of An Tuathras Rialta, Bishop Brendan Leahy, President of the University of Limerick, Dr. Des Fitzgerald, Trustees of the College, members of An Tuathras Rialta, members of the Governing Authority of the University of Limerick, college staff and students, distinguished guests, parents, family, friends and graduates of the class of 2017. Farum Fairqueen Fáilte Roy Villig, Gudian Sharmanus Bronta and Leinu. Is more agum vor coludor an law specialta shod dargwid Maclean. Treslim anapti legak ilakemi am run for power who and you. A comaila shin ta cogorgigus o crila janu lenam winter shoot. Agus legaktina a hockey lenar game ha agus eid voher an lane on shaw igalosh to gun small. At this graduation ceremony, as it's drawing to a close, I'd like to extend my warmest congratulations, as other speakers have, to the class of 2017 for arriving at this milestone in your lives. My colleagues and I share your pride today, and we delight in your presence. As has already been alluded to earlier, behind every graduate, there are always other people to be found. Dedicated mothers, fathers, grandparents, spouses or partners, relatives or friends who've also been part of your journey, a journey that culminates in this ceremony. And it has no doubt involved major sacrifice of financial support at one end to the kindly provision of advice in the bleaker times on the other. On behalf of Mary Immaculate College and our assembled graduates, let me express our gratitude to you. And you know who you are. For your generosity, your strength and your trust in the years that have led to this day, and for the immense difference that those qualities have made to those who have graduated. I know that you too are very proud today, and I say thank you. I invite our graduates now to join me in an expression of gratitude to those wonderful people. I now wish on your behalf to thank the Mary Immaculate College staff members, the academic faculties and the professional services departments who've worked with you over these past years to help you arrive at this happy day. Their dedication and expertise has helped transform you into the skilled, competent, aware professionals that you are today. While the focus of our work here will always be on our students, it's our staff who are our greatest resource. We've much to thank them for. Please join me in acknowledging their professionalism and commitment. And echoing what the Chancellor, Bishop Leahy and Dr. Fitzgerald have already said, I would like to pay sincere tribute to the late Professor Michael Hayes, who was President of the College from October 2011 until his untimely death last April. I want to thank the University of Limerick, which has ratified your degrees and deemed your standard of achievement suitable for admission to the ranks of its graduates. I thank in particular the President of the University, Dr. Des Fitzgerald, and members of the University Governing Authority for their presence with us at this conferring ceremony. On behalf of the College, I express our appreciation to all the university staff who've assisted our graduates in their passage through this college. I very much look forward to working with Dr. Fitzgerald and the university to forge greater collaboration and increased partnership in the years ahead. Thanks also to George O'Callaghan, CEO, of Limerick and Clare Education and Training Board for presenting the certificates to the graduates of the Certificate in General Learning and Personal Development here today. This cohort of students enriches our student body, and we are so pleased to see them graduating here today. We at Mary Immaculate College are very grateful to the support of the Limerick and Clare Education and Training Board in gaining accreditation for this programme. We're delighted to deliver this programme in partnership with a number of voluntary agencies across the Midwest. For their contribution to today's ceremony, I want to thank in particular the mace bearer of the University of Limerick, Michael Keane, and Mary Darmody, our sign language interpreter. For many years, I've taught a module to student teachers in this college on the psychology of human motivation. Although the module explores many different aspects of human motivation, it tends to focus particularly on achievement motivation, or the motivation to be successful. Now, it doesn't concentrate on academic success alone, although this is obviously a key part of it. It also explores the motivation to be successful in other aspects of life. Success in sport, in the arts, in our careers, and very importantly, in our relationships with other people. Over the years, the emphasis was very much on the positive set of emotions and the motives that shape the goals that we set for ourselves. The role of negative motives and emotions, especially fear, and overall the fear of failure, it never received much attention. 2 years ago, when the scope of the course was broadened, it provided me with an opportunity to examine this somewhat darker dimension. As part of an in-class assignment, I asked the students to list on a sheet like this, I asked them to list anonymously 3 fears that influenced how they behave or how they act and how they thought about themselves. I informed the students that a sample of the results will be shared publicly with the class. Guaranteeing confidentiality, students were asked to disclose honestly some of the negative emotions that drove their behaviour. For me, I can only say that the results were disarming. When you stand in front of a group of confident-looking, highly capable, interested, smiling students week after week, it's both revealing and perturbing to get a glimpse of the vulnerability that so many of us work to disguise as we present our external self to the world. In my graduation address yesterday, I reflected on human vulnerability, on how society expects us to mask it, and on how we can sometimes fail to recognize and empathize with the vulnerability and humanity of others. Without elaborating, I have to say this has serious social consequences, but I don't feel it's appropriate to go into that in detail here today. William Butler Yeats has caustically observed, and he has described an Irish political leader as not having enough human life to judge the human life in others. Whether Yeats was accurate or not, I can't judge, but I can assure you that lack of empathy is not a trait that we can afford in our educators. At the end of each semester then, when I request students to evaluate a module that I've taught them, amongst the many questions, I always ask them, did you gain self-understanding from the lectures? It's always been a core objective for me that students taking the course would not only learn content, but would gain insight into their own motivational dynamics and the influence that shaped and formed their own motives. I wanted what I was saying to have personal relevance to their lives. And each year, I relied on the feedback from the students to judge whether they believed that they'd actually gained any self-understanding. However, at examination time, I never ventured there. Annually, there were safe, conventional examination questions about the material that had been covered. And the students then would capably demonstrate their understanding of that material. They could learn, as you all know, they could learn it off for the examination. It would have been eminently possible for a student to perform well without interrogating his or her own personal experiences. However, emboldened by the response to the in-class assignment 2 years ago, I decided this summer gone by it was time for a change, and I radically revised the exam format. There was a short examination to test the students' content knowledge, okay, but the main assessment consisted of an essay written in the exam hall, where students were given the essay titles in advance and were permitted to bring in as many textbooks or articles as they liked with them. Students had a choice of 2 essays, one of which was, "What made me who I am? Give an account of the familial and societal experiences that have shaped your motivation." I explained to the students well in advance of the exams that I expected them to reflect on who they were and to analyse honestly in their essays, using the material that we'd covered, some of the force fields that had shaped their motivation. I indicated that this would inevitably involve a level of personal disclosure, but I cautioned them that they should not divulge anything in their answers that would be personally compromising. I was seriously unprepared for what I was about to receive. I was elated, inspired, and humbled by what I read. Most students wrote movingly and honestly about their personal life journeys, sometimes celebrating their achievements, sometimes mulling over their ambitions, their struggles, and their disappointments. In truth, I was unexpectedly awed to realise just how talented and successful many of the students are. As a parent myself, I was profoundly touched by how many of the students attributed their successes to the nurturing role of one or more of their parents and their deep gratitude for this nurturance. Siblings and teachers were also recurringly referenced as sources of inspiration and support. There were, however, troubling aspects to the writings which related to coping with failure and concerns about self-esteem. As might be expected with highly achieving students, which they were, the academic self-esteem of many of the students was positive. Unlike the in-class assignment, the essay didn't invite students to disclose any fears or insecurities, but a significant minority did. They wrote about painful feelings of having failed, of coming to college feeling intellectually inadequate, and the resultant feelings of low self-worth. Some of these students described how they had enjoyed a positive experience at college and how this had contributed to an enhanced sense of self-worth and self-efficacy. For others, though, and this I found troubling, the gnawing sense of failure, of not being good enough, and a feeling of worthlessness persisted. Perhaps if the essay question had been phrased differently, the crippling toll on these students' mental well-being might have emerged more starkly. Now, in so-called Western societies, of which we're one, there's a strong tendency to regard talent and intelligence as fixed and unchanging, largely determined by genetics, something that you're born with. And for years, I clung tenaciously to the idea that, for example, visual artistic ability and musical ability were innate gifts, and I certainly wasn't a recipient of those. In contrast to this, psychological research has shown that there's a greater belief in Eastern societies in the modifiability of intelligence and ability. Within this perspective, by working harder, by striving and persisting, you can actually raise your ability. Literally, you can become more intelligent. Now, there are important messages in this for us. As a society, and in our schools in particular, we need to embrace a belief in the power to raise the potential of all children. We need to cultivate in ourselves, in our teachers, and in our children what the American psychologist Carol Dweck has termed a growth mindset. Unshackling ourselves from the lack of self-belief and the sometimes paralyzing effects of fear of failure. Perfection is fine as long as you don't fear your own imperfection. The Leonard Cohen song Anthem eloquently coaxes the listener to forget your perfect harmony. There's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Teachers are nation builders. This is recognized in the highest performing education systems in the world. A nation that ignores that does it at its peril. and we need to pay our younger teachers at appropriate levels. Great teachers form the character of a country in the right ways. Most of you came here to become great teachers. You entrusted us with your future. We've done our best. However, becoming a great teacher is not a destination. It's a journey. Today we send you forth to continue that journey in the confident expectation that the future of our children is in good hands. And now, let me, on behalf of the college, wish you all the best for your lives and careers, today and in the future. And with this rite of passage concluding, bid you well. Go dtugad dia gach rath agus banach díobh ar bhór dros saol. Tá súlagam go mé lá deas agah, go raibh mé le maith agah go léir.